Welcome to MTN Outdoors.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of MTN Outdoors, where we talk about all things outside Montana. This guy loves it outside, let me tell you. Look at him. Don't you love it outside, buddy? But right now, as you can see, it's getting a little colder. I'm a little more bundled up than last week, if you tuned in. Last week, at one point, I had a t-shirt on while I was sitting in front of a lake, a frozen lake at that. And things are a little odd for some animals as well. We're going to look into some animal stories, and one being that bear have been out much later than they usually are. Even just a neighbor here spotted a black bear last week. So we're going to look into that. We're also going to check back with what's happening with deer and elk with chronic wasting disease. And so we'll look into some stories dealing with some animals happening around these parts. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Check these out.
Until December 22nd, Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is holding a lottery for a guided bison hunt on the Blackfeet Reservation. Cost for hunters is $10 per ticket, and each hunter can buy 20 chances. These are the rules. At least 400 chances have to be sold, or the winner has to pay $500. Successful hunters can keep the bison's head, hide, and meat. If you want a chance at getting a buffalo and being that winner, you can apply on Fish, Wildlife, and Parks website. Even if your name isn't Bill. Good luck out there, hunters. Most hunting has wrapped up for 2024, but how is Montana doing with the ongoing problem of chronic wasting disease? It's the contagious disease that impacts members of the deer family, like mule deer, whitetails, elk, moose. It was first found in the state in 2017. Vivica Krauser with Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks told MTN that the agency found more positive samples this year during their statewide testing program. This season, 3 elk in southern Montana were confirmed to have CWD, and the disease was found for the first time in wild deer in Flathead Valley.
We've had CWD in elk in the Flathead prior, but there is kind of an extra emphasis in some of the places up there, especially in the Libby area, where we are requiring sampling for deer hunters up there to get a better sense of what's going on.
The Libby area has some of the highest rates of CWD in the state. Krauser said that CWD is more prevalent in deer than elk, but FWP also receives many more samples of deer. Data from this year's season is still rolling in. More information on CWD, how hunters can help prevent it, and 2024 updates can be found on FWP's website.
Now you can see a lot of animals in Yellowstone in the wintertime, like these bison on the hillside right over my shoulder here. Also elk, wolves, and a lot more. But one thing you're not likely to see in the winter in Yellowstone is bears.
Most of them are in bed. They're not on the landscape moving around.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't be carrying this, your bear spray, at this time of year.
It was designed for bears, but it works on other large mammals as well.
And some of those animals can be dangerous during winter months.
If I'm skiing with my dog, I will bring my bear spray because dogs can agitate moose, and then I may need to use the bear spray.
So the current advice is just to carry your bear spray year-round, and think about getting one of these devices to put the spray in when you leave it in your vehicle. Last summer, this video of a mother bear with 5 cubs excited people on social media. The cubs have not been seen for months, and bear biologists say It's unlikely the big family is all together in a den this winter.
Cub survival is about 49%, so there's a good chance that she's going to lose at least 2, maybe 3 of those 5 cubs.
In Yellowstone, there are a growing number of reports of people seeing bears very late in the fall, early in the spring, even during the middle of winter during the heavy snow season. But Danielle tells me that doesn't necessarily mean that this is happening because of climate change. Scientific studies don't show that. Instead, it could be that you have an exceptionally warm year, or maybe there's a lot of food available in a given year, and bears will stay out so long as they can get food. Or it could just be that there are more people in the park than ever before, and more people out where they can see bears.
This bear already came out.
That's right. A black bear near the turnoff to the petrified trees was seen in the park this week. So how long you been here?
We've been here since 9 o'clock this morning.
Wow, long wait.
Yeah, worth the wait.
Mike drove 18 hours from California to Yellowstone just on the hope of seeing a bear in the winter.
Oh, she's eating snow. Sleeping most of the day. Been waiting a few years for this.
In Yellowstone National Park, John Shearer, MTN News.
Highly pathogenic avian influenza, HPAI, or simply bird flu. It's been around for a while. With the recent bird migration, it's shown back up again here in Montana.
We have seen birds test positive in Montana this fall, including a trumpeter swan out of the Madison Valley. And so it's important for hunters to continue to be aware of this, especially as they're hunting migratory waterfowl, so that when they can take precautions themselves, but also if you're hunting with a dog, you want to make sure that you're taking precautions for them as well.
Other animals can contract bird flu from sick birds, so make sure your dogs do not come into contact with those birds. Jacobson says care is also needed for successful hunters. Make sure they don't come into contact with HPAI.
When you're handling that bird and when you're processing the meat, make sure you wear gloves. You're doing so in a well-ventilated area. You're cleaning the tools and equipment that you use to process that animal. And then when you cook the meat, make sure you cook it thoroughly to kill any bacteria or virus that might be there.
Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is also asking anyone who sees a potentially sick bird to report it immediately. Near Bozeman, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors.
Hey, that's my line.
Okay.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
While I was shooting this week, I had a fan. With winter weather running a little behind, this guy has a little more time to collect nuts before the harsh winter. As you can see, he isn't camera shy at all. He's a natural. Likewise, we all have a little more time to get ready for that harsh winter to come. Let's take a look at a recap of Helena weather and how experts are making sure we'll be safe with the winter coming. Check out these videos, guys.
Well, 2024 has been a wild weather year so far. From wildfires, thunderstorms, snowstorms to bitter cold, we've had it all here in Montana's capital city. Before I arrived to be your daybreak meteorologist, a record-breaking Arctic air mass brought extreme cold as far south as Texas. Here in Helena, we were below 0 degrees for over 4 days, with the coldest air temperature being 36 below on the 13th, setting a daily low temperature record. On the total opposite end of the spectrum, July was a scorcher, We recorded a streak of 18 straight days of high temperatures being at or exceeding 93 degrees. Due to the hot and dry conditions, the Horse Gulch fire started near Canyon Ferry on July 9th and was of great concern to the health and safety of many Helena residents. The fire burned over 15,000 acres and took almost an entire month to get it contained. This was just one of over 2,000 separate wildfires reported across Montana this fire season. Strong wind is one of the main factors that help wildfires spread, and usually when you think of the gustiest wind in our state, you think of the plains along the Rocky Mountain front. But Helena can get its fair share of damaging wind gusts too. Back on May 17th, a wind gust associated with a thunderstorm was recorded at 62 miles an hour at Helena Regional. Last but not least, who could forget the awesome displays of Aurora Borealis all throughout the year above our heads in Helena? The sun reached its solar maximum, allowing 4 major Northern Lights events to leave many of us in Helena and around Montana starstruck. As 2024 ends, we look back on the weather that shaped our year and look forward to what Mother Nature has in store for 2025. And now you're a little more weather-wise.
As you can see, I'm here in the middle of Highlight Reservoir, and it's pretty frozen right now. It's about that time of the year when ice fishers and ice skaters are enjoying the frosty lake, but how do they know when it's safe to be on the ice?
We got one.
Oh my god, no way, that's so cool.
We can pull a couple fish out too. We have, I think, 3 cutthroat trout and 5 brook trout, so it's been a good day.
Sam Miller has lived in Bozeman for 10 years, but he grew up in Minnesota. He's been on the ice his entire life between ice fishing and skating.
So we're ice fishing. I came up here 3 days ago just to check the ice.
So how does Sam check the ice?
If you have just a pick or a kind of a pry bar or something, you can walk out and check the ice.
Sam also uses a tool called an auger that helps him learn exactly how thick the ice is.
It's definitely cold. But yeah, there's that much ice right now, so about 6 inches.
I was curious if the National Forest Service has similar advice on how to make sure ice is safe.
We are looking for those 4 to 6 inches of solid, clear blue ice.
Morgan DeMeyer is the public affairs specialist for Gallatin National Forest. She tells me some cues that indicate the ice might be dangerous.
So you're looking for cracks, you're looking for standing water, and you're looking for slush,
as well as darker or discolored ice. And if ice is covered in snow, Morgan says to drill a test hole every 150 feet. But accidents do happen, so if you fall through ice,
first and foremost, remain calm, keep your head above water.
Morgan says use whatever materials you have on you, ideally an ice pick or screwdrivers, to pull yourself out of the water, then roll away from the hole.
And your most safe exit is going to be where you entered.
And Sam, who's been out on the ice since 9 a.m., says ice fishing isn't as scary as some folks may think.
You don't have to go out to the middle of the lake, there's plenty good fishing where only, 20 yards offshore. You don't have to venture too far to do well fishing and be safe.
In Highlight, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
Now through April, the Flathead Avalanche Center will provide daily forecasts of avalanche conditions 7 days a week. Forecasts with avalanche danger ratings and snowpack observations can usually be found by 7 a.m. on the Flathead Avalanche Center website. Avalanche danger varies daily, so it's advised to check forecasts every day. Awareness of avalanche hazards is critical for anyone planning mountain travel in the winter. These forecasts provide current conditions based on real-time observations of the snowpack for Whitefish Range, Swan Range, Flathead Range, and Glacier National Park. Stay safe out there, guys. Hang around for more MTN Outdoors. When we come back after this break, we're going to look into a lawsuit that's going on that could affect a couple species that are pretty important here in Montana. Also, we're going to find out about a place that you can go and hike while the sun is still shining. We'll be right back, guys. Thanks for watching MTN Outdoors.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
We have some time here before winter sports season fully kicks in that we really should take advantage of. before all the grounds are covered in snow and ice, we can walk around without slipping. And going up hills isn't too treacherous. You can meet a friend for a walk or a hike. If you go up high enough in altitude, you'll find some snow and ice where the sun doesn't shine. Hey, get your mind out of the gutter, will you? There's my buddy. It's a good time to train your dog now when there aren't likely to be bears around. He's such a good boy. Come on, Brighton, let's go. We love the views, and these trees won't all be looking green like this for a while. Soon this will be all covered in snow. There's Carroll College. Brighton and I are making the most of it. Local and national conservation groups filed a lawsuit claiming road management in the Bitterroot National Forest could put two classic Montana species at risk. Concerned about grizzly bears and bull trout, Bozeman environmental firm Earth Justice followed through on threats to sue the Forest Service and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. This all stems from a 2023 amendment to the forest plan that focused on elk and trees, but also changed road building policies. The conservation groups represented in the suit, such as Friends of Bitterroot, say that the Bitterroot habitat is vital to wildlife population health. The lawsuit claims amendment violates the Endangered Species Act and that the agencies do not adequately consider its impacts.
Roads and road use displace grizzly bears and fragment their habitat, and roads also deliver sediment to bull trout streams, which can cause all sorts of problems for bull trout. So from our perspective, this change really creates the possibility for a whole host of new harms to grizzly bears and bull trout that didn't previously exist in the forest.
When approving the amendment, the Forest Service determined it would not impact trout, and while it would negatively impact grizzlies, they had habitat plans to mitigate harm. We reached out to the Forest Service and Fish and Wildlife, and they say they have no comment on the pending litigation.
Currently, using 27th to get up or down the rims is used by many, but for bikers and runners, the unpaved path can be dangerous. But a new proposed trail is hoping to make the journey safer and more accessible in the coming years.
Hey, thank you for signing up. Have fun.
Billings TrailNet system is certainly growing for runners of all kinds.
More than half my runs and walks are on trails.
They're oftentimes free of snow and ice, and so they're a safe place to run.
One of the most notorious spots in town for elevation training is 27th Street North, from MSUB up to the airport. However, the current path on the west side of the street can be difficult to manage.
The trail's deteriorating a little bit. Weather, again, like this, it's not as easy to run on, so you do slip a little bit. And it's a little scary to run up there.
There's not a lot of room. The width it's fairly narrow up there.
But a new trail is being proposed by the Billings TrailNet to create a safe path on the east side, where the road meets the rim rocks.
With MSUB right here, and then the new Intermountain Health Complex, and then the airport, there needs to be a connection.
Executive Director Christy Drake has been working endlessly to get the plan secured and funded through both private and grant funds.
What we've done so far is we've met with MDT and the Planning Department for City of Billings. There is like a big giant grant coming up in April, which would be about $1.8 million.
It's a plan, but one that's not set in stone quite yet. There are some engineering issues that could prevent the trail from coming to fruition, like the dangers of moving the road or the rocks.
MDT is really concerned about putting anything else on this road because of the runoff from the house side where there's a lot of residences. There's just an awful lot of things that are going on with this road that may make it not possible to build a trail here.
But they're determined, saying that the now approved stagecoach trail along Zimmerman has given them hope that it can be done. And for these runners, it's a trek that will be worth it.
Opening that up is going to be a big safety thing and also for commuters.
I think it's really a great thing for Billings, and it's a lot safer than than having to run on the roads all the time.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of MTN Outdoors. I hope you really liked some of the stuff that you saw, and if you do want to reach out to us at any point, you should email me at keith.grevenitz@ktvh.com. Now, like we said, we're a little behind on winter, and it's getting cold, but that snow isn't quite here yet. But I would take that as a really good opportunity to take care of some of the stuff you need to be prepared for when that weather does come along. For me, I've been very busy since I've gotten here, and I've had a hard time finding time to get my snow tires put on. So I'm going to do that, make sure I do that before winter strikes. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned every week at 10:30 on KTVH, or you can check us out on YouTube with MTN Outdoors. I'm Keith Grevenitz. Have a great one, guys.